afternoon. Welcome back to Houston Real Estate Today. I'm your host, Steve Levine, publisher of Real Estate Executive Magazine, on this very short show with a very short host because of the UT game coming up at 1:30. But we're back. We were talking to Vicki Looney with Keller Williams Memorial, and I forgot to ask her contact information, your email and website, Vicki?
Website, buyfromtheloonybird.com. Email Looney, LOONEYV at spcglobal.net.
There you go. And we're now back with Daniel Beard, AIM Property Inspections. We were talking a little about inspections and what's included. Why do I even need a home inspection? Can I just look at it and, I've got a little bit of construction background. Why can't I just do this on my own?
No, you need a professional inspector, one that does it every day, that looks at components, looks at the structures, looks at the surrounding areas and things like that. Also, a good inspector is going to pick out houses that has had modifications or incorrect modifications. That's where we find a lot of issues with it. What I try to tell the client is that what we want to discover is anything that's going to cost you money moving in the house. All these clients, they spend a lot of money on the down payment, time and effort, driving around. We don't want any buyer's remorse 3 months later after you move in and find out this is wrong or that's wrong, or the seller, conveniently didn't say that this was covered up in the wall because it was hidden with furniture, and so on and so forth. So it all comes down to money. We want to protect the client and the agent as well, to make sure that they understand what they're buying, and that's why I try not to use the words we're in there inspecting or try to find something that's wrong. We want to document the house, no different than when you're buying a car.
Right.
You buy the car, you love the color, well, you take it to your favorite mechanic, open the hood and say, here, get in here and tell me what you got. That's what I like to try to do.
How much does an inspection cost?
They average anywhere from $275, $285 minimum, anywhere from 10 cents to 12 cents a square foot, depending on the size of the home, if it exceeds 2,800 square feet. Some instances with inspectors, if you're dealing with foreclosed homes, right, older homes, if they're beat up and things like that, your price may increase.
How can a home fail an inspection, Dan?
There's no such thing as failing an inspection. For investors, the more beat up the home, the more problems with the home, the better the price the guy is going to demand. Conversely, the same thing. We really don't do code enforcements or anything like that. We just use current building practices and comparatives to identify all the components of a house in their current condition. And or if they're functioning, broke, missing. Foreclosed homes here lately, there's been a lot of missing components in a house that's been stripped out.
People weren't happy when they left, I don't think.
Oh, obviously. This year, I've seen a big increase in January and February in my foreclosure inspections versus the previous year. And what we find on foreclosures is a lot of missing components, the stoves, the kitchens and appliances and things like that. People trying to recoup their money. A lot of maintenance issues. They didn't have money, so they didn't take care of the house. Yeah, so I identify a lot of that, a lot of impact damages in the walls and things of that nature. Where else it's increased is your new home sales. A lot of these builders are pushing out their inventory. And so we go in there and just pretty much make sure the contractors completed all the jobs that they were supposed to do.
So I should call an inspector both for a previously owned home, a resale, or a new home then?
All of them. All of them. Document, document, document. You get an independent person in there, totally unbiased, that all that we do is just walk in there. We're going to take pictures of the house. We're going to document every room, identify the components, and issue a report. And a lot of times these reports also help for insurance reasons and fire reasons. The way I fill mine out, I put a lot more details into it. For any case, if you have renters in there, identifying, washing machines and dishwashers and things like that, so they don't disappear on you.
What if there is a problem? What should I do?
Well, pretty much I just identify the problem. I'm not required to give recommendations or say how to fix it. What we do is kind of like a general doctor's approach. If there's a problem with the roof and I identify several issues with the roof, whether it's the shingles or the flashings, well then from there you need the next person involved, and that's the professional involved in that field. And that goes with the foundation, the walls, things of that nature, HVAC and electrical.
And that's when I come in and say, I've got a vendor that we check on.
Well, Dan, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. How do people get a hold of you, real estate professionals and consumers?
You can reach me at Daniel@AIMPropertyInspection.com, or you can go www.AIMPropertyInspection.com, and you can reach me at those two areas, or my phone number is 713-249-8810. I always answer the calls within 30-40 minutes if you get a voicemail. And please get in touch with me, and I'll answer any questions you might have.
Great. Thank you so much for being on. I'm sorry this is a short show, but that's the nature of this UT game coming up. But what a great show it's been. We appreciate you guys being here. If you have any questions for Ms. Vicki Looney or Daniel, you can email us at info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. If you missed any part of the show, you can go to HoustonRealEstateToday.com, and it'll be on video. Thanks to Connie Parsons with Lasting Impressions, our videographer, and the sponsor of our photo blog. Thank you to our producer, Stephen Kay. And thank you to our marketing publications, Homes and Land, and Nuestra Casa magazines. Next week, our guest will be Esther Cordova with Remax Integrity and Renee Salvatierra with Urban Financial. But we thank you for being here, and been a great but short show. We'll have to have you back.
And hook 'em horns.
And hook 'em horns.
Definitely.
We'll be back next week. Houston Real Estate Today.
Thank you so much, Steve.